Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. US court delay order for release of Tinubu's academic record. So Tinubu's academic record has been the bone of contention for quite some time now, and every single person can see what is happening. A court gave an express order saying the record should be released, and every single person have continued, to wait for it anxiously. Now, supposing the result was in order, then it will put to rest the suspicion that has been on with regards to suspicion that have been on with regards to Tinubu's academic record from primary to secondary to now to tertiary. These are some of the things that are happening. But if it's not in order, I can assure you for free that the executive, which comprises of the presidency and the vice president, they control the finances of the judiciary. The constitution is supposed to make the judiciary independent of the executive. But in Nigeria, somehow we've been able to ensure that we hold their money. So they are indebted to us. You get what I mean? The executive. They're indebted so that how do you expect to get, wait, let me just tell you something. How do you expect to get justice between you and I? I'm not going to say impossible can't, because what God cannot do does not exist, and with God nothing is impossible. So I'm not going to say impossible can't. It's possible, but I can tell you for free that it's almost going to be impossible unless God really intervenes. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. UK court delays release of Tinubu's academic record. The United States Court for the Northern District of Illinois has agreed to stay an order requesting Chicago University to release the academic record of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2 days. Jeffrey Gribert, U.S. Magistrate Judge, has granted Alhaji Atiku Abubakar request for the release of the record and has given the university 48 hours to turn them in. Gilbert's order would have requested Chicago State University submit the document by the end of Thursday. However, during an emergency hearing on Thursday, Nelson Mando, U.S. District Judge, agreed to extend the deadline as Tinubu writes to say he does not want his document released. Mando asked counsel of both sides to file additional agreement by next Thursday, so they don't extend them. Tinubu's lawyer has argued that Gilbert's decision needed to be overviewed by the district court. That request was granted by Madu. Meanwhile, the legal deadline in Nigeria, Madu admitted that she will have a busy weekend to be able to meet up with times. The issue is of process and rules. I am a rule person. That's why I'm a judge. This case is quite involved. I am aware of the stakes. It's more important for me to get this right, she said. Abubakar has approached the court for an order compelling Chicago State University to release the record. Tinubu's credentials shows that he graduated from Chicago State University in 1979 with a bachelor's degree in business administration, accounting, and management. However, there have been allegations bordering on discrepancies with Tinubu's certificate. In the suit filed before the U.S. District Court, Abubakar prayed that the court should release Tinubu's file document with Chicago State University. Abubakar said the file will settle the discrepancies surrounding Tinubu's academic background. The president, through his counsel, had filed a counter application opposing the request for the release of his academic record, said it is his personal properties. He does not want it released. Tinubu has also sought to be joined in the suit because it is his personal information that is being requested. Mr. Tinubu should be allowed to join in or intervene because he has a direct personal interest in records sought. His interests are fully represented or protected by respondent Chicago State University, and his interests will be affected if not permitted to join or intervene. The motion filed by Christopher, Tinubu's lawyer, reads thus. Abubakar had filed an an appeal at the Supreme Court against the judgment of the tribunal that affirmed Tinubu's election. The timeline for the filing a petition at the Supreme Court from the day of the tribunal verdict is 14 days, meaning that the deadline expires on September the 20th. At the hearing on Thursday, Michael Hardy, Chicago State Attorney, said the university wants to clarify and is ready to provide requested document as soon as the legal issues are resolved. We don't have a dog in the fight. We need to settle this once and for all. Hardy added that the university has significant legal fees and unwarranted bad publicity because of this very political fight in the foreign land. We need to settle this now. So Tinubu has filed to his lawyers that to the court that he does not want his document out there, and as a result, they were supposed to release his document within 48 hours. That has been postponed. So Tinubu's document will not be released as we have thought. The court have now extended it because he said it is his private property. It will be detrimental to him if this document is released. He does not want it released. So this is what is happening, and every single person can now see, how things have been and why again and again, we need to continue to pray that the right things are done. We've been so entangled into a system where there is no definition between right and wrong. Tinubu, yes, he has a right, but he submitted himself to a public office to say he wants to be the president of Nigeria. And being the president of Nigeria means that there is, like a goldfish, there is no hiding place. Yes? So these are some of the things that have happened. And Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is now in the eyes of the storm, with a lot of issues already going on, and people are already wondering, what else, can be done and should be done. He has already requested to the courts that, he does not want his document released, and everybody is wondering, what is it exactly that you are hiding? Just think about it. You have a document, you have a document, and you want this document, you have a document and you want this document not revealed because you feel that, it being revealed will affect you. But why? If everything is straight as it should be, then there should be no issue whatsoever. There should be no issue whatsoever. Why this document cannot be released? There should be no issue. However, it's a big deal for Tinubu. He does not want that done. He does not want his document released at all. So Chicago State University said this very issue is giving them a bad publicity, internationally, because it feels like they are being dodgy. It feels like, it does not say they are being dodgy, but that's the feel. So they are being careful in handling of this matter, and they are looking at it and are saying, we're waiting for the court. The same court that said 48 hours, the same court now came back again to say, no, hold it. Tinubu wants to be doing it. All is just a delay tactics, because it's going to affect the credibility of Tinubu in no small way. It's going to affect his credibility. It's going to affect him in no small way. He may not be removed because the Supreme Court will not admit additional evidence. What the Supreme Court is going to do is look at all the evidences, or probably they try to examine and see if the appeal court missed anything. That's what they are going to do. They're going to try and see if the appeal court missed anything. That's what they will do. That's what they will do. So when you look at the whole issue, when you look at all that is happening, you can see for a fact that, there are real issues here, and we need to sort this out as soon as possible if we want things to be done properly. Okay, we need to sort this out, and we need this nation, we need to know who we have. Because if, for instance, is against Tinubu, then that means we've been working with a fraud. That means all that have been said about him up until now was true. That means, it's been dodgy, so it's going to affect APC as a party. Those, no matter what they try to say, people will rub it on their face. It's not going to be a good thing. I can assure you for free. It's not going to be easy on them. I can just assure you that for free. I can assure you that for free. So these are some of the things that are happening, and every single person is beginning to watch and wonder, what next, as we begin to look at all of these issues, and we are wondering, what is going on right now. So my lovely, wonderful people, it is a matter of serious concern. Tinubu is saying that he does not want his document released. The court has pushed the date forward to release the document, just to understand where Tinubu is coming from. God bless. Bye for now.